So we've been now given icon packs that are 90 plus. You are repeatable for the next 6 days and more than likely will refresh as we do go through the team of the season. It is one of 3. We do get either the team of the year, future stars, grassroots, then obviously for birthday, and also the UEFA Dream Chasers. Immortals are not in it just yet, so there's still quite a few that are missing, and most definitely there will be a point unless you're getting the top of the top. It's going to be a bit of a struggle still. If you go on Twitter, you'll more than likely find every single one. We do have any team of the season or team of the week requirements, which are fantastic. 88 rated, 89 and 89. You're going to get 2 Prime Electrums and a Jumbo Premium to grind this out as well, which is always going to be nice. And then hopefully a decent player on top of it as well. The way that you can grind these out as such will depend on if you are doing other SBCs as well. So if you're doing a lot of players, you're going to have to grind double as hard to get as many of these icons done. Or if you want to do the icons, then you're more than welcome to be able to just grind these out specifically. So if you're looking for coins, check in the description for Eldorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website, and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock, and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with Eldorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video. So let's see what we can go with, and then we can show you the ways to get the fodder in there. First one is an Alan Shearer. I mean, it's a great rating, obviously 90 plus, but it's not going to be the one we want. Okay, we can kind of get this, and the final one, I mean, all 3 of them are pretty bog standard. I'd probably say, to be honest, none of them are getting into the team. Let's be real here. They're going to be absolutely no value at this point, but the grindability of these are always going to be very good. What I would suggest is I'd probably go for more players, more so than anything, especially when there is such a level of kind of fodder icons you can throw into this already. But if you've got nothing else to do and you don't want to do the players, then why not? Absolutely. So in terms of the upgrades, as we always know, the best way to kind of get any sort of cards in this game is by doing your daily stuff. That's just naturally the way now. Super daily silvers, team of the season grind. I then normally throw them into the 84x7, into the 83x10, because naturally you're just going to get stuff back. If we obviously go with this one, for instance, I don't even know if I've got team of the weeks, but naturally you just need to get a few team of the weeks, which you do have the ability to be able to do with the team of the week pack. So what I personally would do there, you've obviously got this one. We do have the 86 pick to do, so there is a lot going on at the moment. But if we go ahead and just go into club, and then if I go high to low, drop this down to an 83, we can then obviously go gold rare to keep them in, and that will just give me an 83 rated team. At this point, you're quite happy to just put that in. I would just go ahead and spam 83s into this to then be able to do all of the other stuff until we get into the 83x10 that do require just a team of the season or team of the week. At the moment, they are sticking with the fact that you just need a team of the week, and the problem is they're not in packs, so they have stopped them. So unfortunately, we are doing this upgrade until we get that changeover. But at the moment, that is fine. They are very easy to do. It's only an 83 rated team, so it's not the worst thing. We get loads of them. Any rating's good. The higher the better. But again, you're just going to have to go with whatever you get, really. So we do have a few extra packs you'll get from doing your daily logins, all of your daily stuff that will give you the fodder to continue the grind forward. Most of the time you'll see that pretty much everything is duplicate. I tend to only work off my duplicate storage, and then it just keeps going back up as such. So I have a full club of all of these walkouts and everything. Then if I do want to obviously go over, I can do if needed. So if we go for the 84x7, normally I do them first, or you can go ahead and you get them once a day at the moment for the Prem. You get an 84x5 Premier League, or obviously WSL. Now we do get a team of the season or team of the week one with this, which is pretty good as well. So naturally you would tend to, well, what I would do is go gold common We'd go ignore position, I'd take it from club from this one specifically, and then I'd have a look if I've got anybody in my storage that is a team of the season. As we have just done the icon pick, I will obviously not have any team of the season spare, but more than likely, I've probably got someone that doesn't really need to be in here. What I would suggest is possibly go for one that is actually in the team of the season at the moment. So for instance, Prem, WSL, or obviously the EFL. And then I'd take anything from the storage that I need to. And it takes a little bit of time. This is where the bit of the grind actually goes into it. But naturally, what you'd do is you'd go for one of these higher rated cards to lower everything else. So you kind of then always have a full list of fodder if you really need it. So that's kind of the way I personally do it, especially with these grind packs that we've got. You get a lot of commons every single day, so I might as well use them and utilize the high rated cards to then be able to keep doing this. So obviously then we'll go again, because I've got a few of them lower ones in already, we'll then go into the storage and we'll go low to high to see what else I can put in. Obviously we've got a few commons and rares that we can throw in. I don't know if I've got anybody else in here now. We've got an 89 that will get us to an 83. That'll get us to an 82. So what I will do is I'll put him here and then I'll put you there. See if I can just swap out one of the top 84s. It doesn't quite make it there. Can we go like that and that? That will do. We keep some of the commons, which is always nice. And then we've got ourselves the 84 times 5. Utilizing your team of the season straight away, because most of them are just going to be fodder options anyway. Getting the 84 times 5 Prem is normally a pretty good one. There's a good rate that you can get something, but it's not always guaranteed. As we do find out, we don't even get a walkout, which is very shocking. But we'll open them up. Obviously, they're all just going to be duplicate anyway. You throw them back into an 84 times 7, an 83 times 10, and you just keep repeating the cycle. Obviously, to get the players to start with, you've got to be doing your daily grinds, and naturally, you should have a few players. If you've been opening packs right now, you pretty much should have a decent club. It doesn't have to be fully stocked, but a decent club at the minimum that could produce some team of the week, some upgrades without really doing too much. So again, we'll just go ahead and put the storage in, and then we can obviously go ahead and fill the rest with commons and also the team of the week. So more than likely we'll have to go commons and maybe add a couple that I've got in already. But that's the kind of point of the grind. So we've got an 83 rated team. We'll see what this team of the week does, as it's only an 85. Sometimes you get an 88, 89, and they basically take a lot of the weight, to be honest. So that's always nice. I'll just go ahead and take someone from the actual club with this. Normally I just go newest, and you'll be able to find somebody. So go 86. Doesn't necessarily matter too much if you go in that much over. If you are doing like a Taram or a Hullet still, and you're obviously doing a lot of the SBCs, I potentially then would drop down the rate into the absolute minimum. But right now, with Team of the Seasons impacts, you tend to get quite a lot. Not saying you got to get them every single time, as this probably isn't. Again, you can see that sometimes you just have to go through the quantity. The quality, you get some 84s back, you get an 87. It gives you enough to kind of grind through another one. And it is just naturally opening all your packs. You might get something, you might not. And what I personally do when it comes to the tradable aspect of it is pretty much any pack that I get that is anything tradable. You could potentially sell the 83s and 84s, but they're absolute minimum at the moment, and not many sell. So anything tradable, I normally just discard at the moment, unless it's, like I say, a big walkout. You get like an 86 and above, I will just discard everything else just to get some coins, because what you can kind of do through there, if you've got a decent amount of coins, you could potentially open a promo pack. So if you do find something that is worth, so for instance, if you get something that gives you a huge amount of players, like an 81 and above with 100 players, it is kind of worth doing it. So you've got like the Energizer pack here, 100 items, you've got 82 or higher, free guaranteed to be 88. It's going to give you a good resurgence of cards back into your club. And the more that you grind in round, the more tradable packs you're buying and then, or getting, and then being able to kind of grind through there. I'd probably say that Energizer pack is probably one of the better ones really for the cost. You've got 40 players of 83 and above with one at 90. That again is not going to be terrible. There's going to be player picks and team of the seasons. They're the ones you kind of just got to watch from really. We do have these as well. Obviously 1187 to 89s. Again, you're looking for quantity to be able to grind out. So for instance, if I was to open up one of these Energizer packs, we're going to get a solid amount. So we're looking for or Equalizer, in fact, 100 player pack. Obviously, we got 375 coins. I would suggest doing this when you have a solid amount of coins, or at least a backbone to go with. You're likely going to get some sort of team of the season. Going to get Bellingham in the start, which is meaning I don't know who we're going to get around him. This would have been a great team of the season pack, and the team of the season is going to be Prem or EFL. Who on earth is that? Oh, Kelman. So we get a 92 striker. Great for the fodder. We only get one, which is a little bit shocking. Sometimes you can still get highlights in this, which we do get cheek as well, and a lot of walkouts that we can grind out. I don't know if we've got anybody at the back here. I think it will show me. So we go ahead and put that in, and then it will... is that everything? Sometimes it doesn't give you, it gives you all of it. So naturally that's going to be great now to then go ahead and put back into SBCs and you start the process again. So again, we're going to get 5.5k back and you just keep grinding round. And every now and then you just open one of them packs, you bring it back in and it's just another grind through. It's one of them ones where you just take the gamble, and sometimes you get someone good. If I get an Isaac in that, if I get a Haaland or, for instance, a Salah, then obviously that's well worth it in itself. But I would suggest with that method, I personally would try and get as many coins already. I wouldn't necessarily get to 375 and then do it. I'd try and go a little bit higher than it. So again, then we can go into the 84 Team of the Week pick, which was there. We can then go ahead and do that a couple of times. Obviously, you can either take it from your storage or take it from your actual club, and you can bring it through again. So if we wanted to do it again, you obviously go down, go to the 83. We then go that into the club, and we can obviously do it again. So it might actually pull a special card, throw that in. There's another team of the week from just the 83s. We can then throw that into the 84-7, the 83-10, and keep doing that. From there, you're doing your dailies, like I say, with the grinding, and you're going to get yourself some extra players to put back in, and you can just keep focusing on getting the upgrades done. That's kind of the whole point of it. You then throw any of the excess players, the team of the seasons that you get duplicate, or any of the high rateds, the Bellinghams, into either the player or the icon picks. Now, would I say go ahead and complete loads of them? Probably not. I think maybe they're worth one just to see what the weight's like. But realistically, you're going to be looking at trying to get players at this point until they get the Immortals in there, which maybe towards the end of Team of the Season they might. But right now, they're obviously focusing more so on your kind of trying to get the best out of the worst bunch, really. You're trying to get that R9 from one of them, and there's going to be quite a few players that are worth it, but there's also going to be a huge amount that are just not really going to go too much. Like, for instance, the 91 we got, maybe as an evolution later on down the line, might not be terrible, but realistically, for right now, they're not even touching the reserves of the team, so it is a bit unfortunate for that. Obviously, we're looking for an 84, so again, throwing in a couple of high-rated cards is always going to be very nice, because you do... What about an 87? 87 works for it, so that's going to be good to just utilize a lot of the 82s that we've got, and then it's going to give us a resurgence back of some more 84s, and hopefully a team of the season. Like I said, a lot of the time not, but it's going to get you something at the very minimum. And from there, you just got to keep doing it. It's the grind. You do the daily game modes, you do all of your objectives, and eventually you might get something well worth shouting about when we get Martinez back into it. And that's really all you've got to do to get these icon picks. Icon picks, packs, whatever you name it, they are going to be available for you, and hopefully you do manage to get somebody big out of everything. But let me know down below if you've managed to get anything from icons, or if you are just solely focused on Team of the Season. We've got premiums coming tomorrow, so 6 p.m, so I wouldn't go too crazy on all of your gold rares just yet. I'd definitely be holding out, trying to stock your club ready for the 11 rares, because that's going to come, and hopefully it gives you a lot of options to get some Team of the Season. So let me know down below what you think, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.